ladies, gentlemen, another video, and this one's for new players. There's a lot of times when you get into this game and you pick a weapon and you play with the weapon for a little bit, and you chuck all your skill points in there, and then you decide I want to play something else, but you don't have any skill points to get further in their trees. So this video is just on where you can farm it without just having to do siege after siege, and like the ways you can get skill points from quests and just generally where they come from. So yeah, hope you enjoy. Thanks, guys. Okay, for new players, the first best place to get skill points, if you haven't done this already, is from your F4s, Path of Valor and the rest of them. So your first one will come from Path of Valor 3, and that will just be to complete 3 of these, and you'll get 2,000 skill points. That's really nice. The next one comes from Path of Faith 1, another 2,000 points. That's really nice. And then Path of Faith 3, another 2,000 points. In Path of Wisdom 2, there's another 2,000 points. Really nice. And there's another 2,000 points in Path of Wisdom 4. So that is your first way to get your points if you haven't done that already. So that's a huge amount of points. That should keep you covered and get you quite far down a weapon. The next way of getting points, and you're going to have to do this on a weekly basis, but it will add up over a few weeks, is to go to leadership here in your weekly quests, and you want to complete 3 death matches, and that will give you 50 points. I know it's not much, but it will add up. And then you want to do 2 free battles, and that will give you 200 points. The way, if you don't know what those are, if you go to activities and then go to activity schedules, you'll see what's on for the day. So today we got free battles. We got free battles at 8 o'clock here. And then on Thursday we'll have death matches. So that's definitely worth doing once a week if you're really struggling to get points together. Now the next way, if you really want them and you want to farm, but you don't want to be doing over and over sieges and you just want to chill time, you've got a bit of spare time but you don't want to get sweaty or anything like that, you can go to expeditions and sign up for an expedition, and at the end of that you'll be given a small amount of skill points, and I'll jump into one now and we'll see how much you get. When it comes to expeditions and getting skill points, you can't just sit back and let your unit do everything. You'll get more skill points, funny enough, if you're actually using a weapon. So I'll do a test in this video so you can see what happens if I don't use my weapon and see what happens if I do use my weapon. So before we go in the expedition, I'm sitting at 1,695 points, skill points. So when we get out of this, we'll work out what we got by doing nothing, just letting my units do all the killing. And then we'll go into another one and see what I get if I do a lot more of the swinging. For this purpose, I'm just going to use the Nadachi just because it's something different. As a side point, another nice thing about just spamming out expeditions, if you're just getting yourself some skill points, is it's quite good for leveling units. So just bring a unit you want to level, and then a nice sturdy unit that's going to easily be able to win. So at the moment, I'm trying to do minimal hero damage, just all units, and we'll see how much we have at the end of this. Right, now that that's over, you can see by me putting in 0 input, we gained very little points. So that's just the example of why you need to get involved with your weapon. You need to be swinging it as much as you can. So we'll do another one now, and I will use my units just to be a block, and I will kill as much as I can on my own. So after just using myself and just putting a shield wall up, we get to 1,719. Yes, the gains are small, but by just using a weapon, it's a lot bigger than it is just using all units. And this is going to take a long time. I wouldn't use this as a method to, like, if you need thousands, but if you're maybe like 100 to 200 off and you got some free time, this is the way to do it. Another way to get skill points is by doing death matches. Their rewards give you 50 skill point books. Sometimes. I don't know the drop rates. I haven't received many, but I know that the reward is there for it. So that's another way. It just came to me at the top of my head. So when that's up, worth spamming that and seeing how many books you get. Let me know in the comments if you did that and how many you actually get from that. And then last off is literally just to do tons of sieges. Just siege after siege, and eventually it will build up. But that's kind of what you're doing anyway. It's kind of annoying because you used to be able to go into AI training, and this would give you a hell of a lot of skill points, but it doesn't work anymore for some reason. So that's sad. So you have to use expeditions. Like when this was working, this would give you 170 points per game. So it was actually a really viable way to farm it. And now, as you can see, there's no one in it because the only reason why people were there before was to farm skill points. So you're kind of left with this. I'm not sure which one of these will yield the most points, but you can get points from all of them. I have tested it. So if you want a bit of an easier ride, do expedition ones. But yeah. So that's it, guys. That's the very limited way you can get skill points. But my advice would be just get those F4s done and just hit siege after siege. Try and hit as much stuff and swing your sword as much as possible. One thing to stay away from is don't get skill points with bows or muskets or potentially dual blades. You're not gonna get much because it is coming down to you swinging your weapon and killing things. You want to be Nadachi, glaive, short sword at a push, spear, pretty good too. Just any weapon that does a butt ton of AoE and you'll be good. So yeah, thanks guys. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one.